Hello everybody, I'm Count Christo, and today we're going to be looking at building a battle. This is a battle that my party has somewhat caused. I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory of what the heck's going on, and then we're just going to build a large-scale combat encounter here in the wonderful town of Lilion. I will take no questions on pronunciation. This is the dulcet tones of the Mayo and Taxes soundtrack by Stephen Wright, by the by. Incredibly, incredibly beautiful soundtrack. Can recommend it. So, what's going on in Lilion right now? Formerly, magic didn't work in Lilion. That was the status quo. And during the time when the magic didn't work, the orks tusks, a mercenary band predominantly composed of orcs, were paid by the Duke of Ostenwald to fix the magical problem. Now the party arrived at the town and talked to the orcs tusks and tried to recruit them to fight for them in the north. The party failed and ended up stealing the orcs tusks' ledger, thereby learning about this lucrative offer that the Duke of Ostenwald had made to clear out the problem with the magic so that Ostenwald could expand into Lilion. The party took the ledger and gave it to the Lancers of Lilion, the rival mercenary band also in the town. Hello, Maverick. And the Lancers agreed that if the party could honour the contract from Ostenwald, get the cash, bring it back, give the Lancers of Lilion the cash, then the Lancers of Lilion would help them in their battles in the north. So the party has come back, having got rid of the problem with the magic, having gotten paid. They've come back to give the money to the Lancers of Lilion. However, they were none too subtle about the fact that they had gotten rid of the problem with the magic, and they had been seen a lot with the Lancers of Lilion. And so, what the orcs tusks did when they found out about this was start trying to massacre Greeny. Subscribe with Prime, thank you, you're very kind. So the orcs tusks started trying to massacre the Lancers of Lilion because they thought they were responsible for stealing their incredibly lucrative contract. So the parties arrived, and there is an all-out pitched battle between the Lancers of Lilion and the orcs tusks. Now, what I need to do is, first off, okay, I'll just do that separately. For now, we can just work out the stories, and then I'll do the technical design off, like the technical finding images and stuff off camera. That's fine. Bring this back. Okay, so what's going to happen in this battle to make it more interesting? To make it more interesting than just a straight-up slugfest between the party, who are a bunch of people, and with the Lancers on their side, and a bunch of orcs, because that seems pretty dull. We've got to add in some excitement. So let's get a new journal entry. The battle for Lilion. Which is spelled like that, I think. It does say don't read, but don't worry, they actually shouldn't be able to read this. So in the Battle of Lilion, first off, how big do I want the sides to be? I think I want like 35 orcs, 15 lancers, and the orcs will be slightly stronger. And then we'll have kind of another 10, maybe 15 civilians around, and then we're also going to have Torva, the mage. Now, Torva, he lives here. He doesn't like the party, but he is a retired mage and he's pretty powerful. So I'm going to have him defending a bunch of civilians here. Okay. Found near Torva's post. Defending civilians. Very angry at the party for bringing magic back. So I think what he's probably going to be here casting like some kind of shield of protection, holding back a bunch of orcs from a bunch of civilians. That seems good. And then if the party is kind of too flippant with him, he'll probably just attack them, honestly, because he told them not to bring magic back, and now not only have they brought magic back, they've caused this huge conflict within the town, which seems like the kind of thing that he'd get real mad about. Other interesting things. I'm pretty sure they became happy patrons of the Silver Lion, the party, So I think, so yeah, we'll have the list of encounters. We've got Torva the Mage defending civilians. We've got Silver Lion. I'm very inventive, by the way. We have the Golden Boar, the Silver Lion, and the Bronze Rat as the three, like, in descending order of fanciness. Those are the three shops. Sorry, the three taverns in this town. Silver Lion, on fire. Barkeep, who gave them dinner for free, mind you, so they should like him. Trapped inside. Barkeep and Barkeep's wife. Barkeep is called John. No, I already used John too recently. It's about Samuel. And wife is called... well, the barkeep could be gay. No, I would have already said that if he was gay, though. The party would know. Barkeep's wife... D&D name generator. Human. Human names. Fantasy generators. Sock it to me. These are all male names. Give me female names. None of these look like human names. These do not look like old female names. Marcel. Sure. Well, Laureen. Good name. Samuel, and Laureen. Okay. So, if the party, and outside the Silver Lion, there's this big battle. So the party kind of has to choose. Do they want to try and fight, like try and get into the Silver Lion to rescue the barkeep? Or do they want to fight these orcs to save these Lances of Leland? Because remember, the more Lances of Leland die, the less will be available to help them with their campaign in the north. So, party has to choose to focus on saving barkeep plus wife, or fighting in the main battle in the town square. Okay. And the town square battle is going to be the largest because it's got 4 Lances of Leland, whereas the others only have 2 or 3 lances each. So not winning this battle is going to be pretty critical in terms of the numbers that will get slain. Okay. Also, we have the docks. So down on the docks, I think I'm going to have a bunch of civilians defending Umber Hulk's inn with fish hooks. That sounds good because it seems desperate, you know. Fishermen, including the one that lent the party their boat, defending Umber Hulk in with fish hooks. Orcs about to break in. So I'll need some civilian like magic dome over civs. Orcs can be about to break in. We'll have to say like 4 fishermen inside, 8 orcs breaking in. Okay, and then we have the battle beneath the now we have the battle beneath the shrine. Let's move these guys slightly. We'll have these 2 trying to defend the door to the shrine, and one of them can be a paladin. I need to do this. Okay. Battle at the foot of the Lathander shrine. Okay, so the two of the party were blessed at a town up north by a priest of Lathander. Yeah, so the one of the paladin outside shrine guarded by 2 lances. No, by 1 lance and 1 paladin of Lathander who recognizes that 2 party members. And who was it that was blessed? I'm pretty sure it was Ethelred, and I'll need to check that. Who got blessed? Because they've been having some prophetic dreams after getting this blessing, and I haven't made it clear that the people getting the dreams are the people that got the blessing. Was it Colonel? No, Colonel didn't get the blessing. I think it was Lambert. Yeah, Ethelred and Lambert got the blessing. Recognize the two party members as blessed. Well, actually, I don't think it was Lathander that Lathander was the god that blessed them, but we can say Lathander is like the sister goddess by Lathander's sister goddess and calls for their aid defending the treasury of the tower. And the treasury of the tower, treasury of the tot, treasury of the tower contains magic items, maybe to be handed out if the party saves the paladin. I think I have been too stingy with magical items. So the tower contains magic shield, +1 from normal AC, and advantage on saving throws. About like being, I'm not sure what the technical term would be, but like about being buffeted around, like thrown around / to the floor. So like physical impact saving throws. And it also contains resurrection potions too much, but what else could it be? It'd be an amulet. Yeah. Amulet, because I like the idea of Lathander being a healing goddess. So amulet of healing grants +1 d4 on healing spells that heal greater than 6. So if the spell actually causes a heal of greater than 6, you can roll a d4 and heal an additional amount equal to whatever the d4 is. Amongst the ones that the orcs attacking here, they should be after the like this is a pretty intense encounter. You should stay there. Don't know why this token doesn't have vision apparently. Vision. Give him 60 vision range. He's lurking. Yeah. He's lurking. This is Foundry VTT. It's a one-time purchase of something like 40 quid. Like that. It's like 55 bucks. Something like that. It's a really good tool. I like it a lot. Only one person needs to buy it. Like, just the DM needs to own it. Everyone else can just connect. Okay. Those are the items. And then the thug they met earlier. I don't think I named him. He's called human names, male names. He's called Berg. Yeah. Called Berg. He's actually not a thug, he's an adventurer. I'm sure I'm spelling tons wrong, but that's fine. These are just my internal notes, so it doesn't really matter. Called Berg. Called Berg. The one being cheated that Delanor met is lurking around trying to steal amulet. He's a smooth talker, will pretend he needs it for his mother. Will be caught in a lie if questioned. Well, he can claim that his mother's sick of one thing and then change what he's claiming she's sick of, or something like that. Okay, that looks good. I think that'll be a fun one. Food. the foot of Lathander Shrine. Okay, so we've got 4 encounters. I want to flesh out the Torva the Mage one a bit. So that's happening over here. Oh, I keep closing the freaking... So it's at the bottom of Torva's Post, which is the retired mage's shop of magical items. The party went in but didn't end up buying anything. I rolled, like, to decide what was in the shop, I ended up rolling on some magic item tables, and it was just really boring because it just came up with uninteresting items. And so I think I'm not going to do that again. I think I'm just going to make sure there's something actually interesting around, or make a point that it's like a useless shop. Because just rolling and saying like, oh yeah, it's there's this potion and a scroll you don't need. So, fantastic. what a fun conversation with a shopkeeper. But I don't know. So the Torva the Mage, he's got this magical dome, which I'm basing off the spell that's used in against the Cult of the Reptile God. I can't remember what the spell is called. I have the Against the Cult of the Reptile Gods documentation somewhere. Let me find that. Against the Cult of the Reptile God. Here it is. Where's someone using this? I swear there's a picture of someone using the spell. No? Alright, maybe not. Well, I'll find the spell when I'm doing the more technical part of this. But they're using some kind of spell to shield the civilians from the oncoming orcs. And the orcs are battering at the edge of the barrier. And as the party arrives, you know, barrier about to crumble, civilians in danger. Good stuff. Torva's furious that magic is back. Yeah, Torva furious at the return of his powers. Well, at the return of magic. Revealed to be very powerful. So he's like, he was a kind of slightly doddery guy that the party didn't take very seriously. But I think that he'd retired here. He wanted to live the quiet life. But to me, he's like, you know, he's the powerful hero that's had all of their stories told, right? And then wants to retire quietly. But the party is not letting him, so he's pissed. Revealed to be powerful. He should have a magic specialty. Specializes in... Well, we know he sees the future, so he specializes in kind of divination style stuff and spells of warding, holding. So maybe he can paralyze the party at some point. That could be cool. I think I want one more encounter to round this out. And then I need a plan for what happens at the end. Like once the fight's over, what major events are going to happen as part of the kind of rebuilding, stuff like that. So what's going on over here? I mean, to me, this is just a brawl. And from here, they can see the stuff going on up here. Yeah. Any ideas, chat? What's another... These are the encounters we have so far. And forget the numbers. Any ideas for an encounter we could have happening? Because I don't want it to just be a straight up fight, because it would be so boring to have like a huge... I mean, there's going to be a shit ton of turns going on. And obviously, you know, if there's a bigger battle, I'll have various NPCs act at the same time and that kind of thing. But what do you reckon would be another interesting encounter in the town? We've got Torva the Mage defending civilians. We've got the Silver Lion on fire with people trapped inside. We've got fishermen holding out on the docks using fish hooks, like poking out windows and doors. We've got the battle at the foot of the Lathander Shrine with the potential of getting some magical items if you defend the Paladin. What else? Then I'm going to start writing some Aftermath. So first off, something a bit obvious. Only living lancers can go north to help with oh god, I forgot what it's called. Coneyberry. What was the head of the lancers called? I can't freaking remember. Lance leader lady. What did I call her? I'm glad I'm taking better notes now. I can't remember for the life of me what I called her. Another bit of aftermath. Torva. Okay, so Torva wants to leave. Maybe they could persuade him to stay to keep the town safe. Ostenwald likely to move in and colonize the town. Does the party like that outcome? Will they encourage the town's people to resist? If so, Torva could help that happen. Okay, so you've got Torva, we've got lances, and the party will love this. Wood needed to rebuild. Maybe the party could sell the town some. Whoops. Whoops, what have I done? Oh, I didn't put this in the right place. Okay. Rebuilding. Because the party, if you're not aware, you haven't watched the recap video, the party has a lumber camp run by Stockholm Syndrome goblins. Any other aftermath stuff? Not really. That'll just about do it, I think. I do want one more encounter. I should remember his name. One more encounter. Well, I suppose there is this fight here. Yeah, okay. We've got the... and that should be near the Silver Lion one. The battle before the Lance's base. And do we have people trying to climb in the back? No, I'd rather the battle didn't go inside the Lance of Lion base because I don't have a battle map for that. I could make one, but it would take a while. I've only got another hour and 20. Battle before the Lance's base. We got 4 Lances plus boss versus... I should make that number higher, maybe 8 orcs. And if the boss dies... if the Lance's boss dies, plus boss, and what should her... alright, I'll just pick her a new name. Liliana. Spell, however. If the Lance's boss dies, then their leadership will need to be assist if the new boss wants to assist the north. Because they have a deal with Liliana that they will help in the north afterwards, but they might not. Right, and one of these orcs attacking... includes the orc leader, potent blood mage. Seems good. Blood magic a thing in D&D? D&D blood magic. Blood mages harness their vitality and manipulate it to their advantage. Using it to cripple or emphasize, strengthen themselves, and cast spells. As blood mage, you learn to control the life force within yourself. Is this a standard 5e? No, it's homebrew. Okay, fine. No problem. Sure, some homebrew blood magic. Why not? Okay. I think this looks like a good session. This should be fun. And then if they win, then they'll head north. Because remember, the reason they're doing all this fighting down here near Lila and Ostermold stuff is because they want people to help them out in Coneybury. So if they manage to survive here, and the Lancers manage to survive, then the Lancers can begin their trek up here towards Coneyberry. But the Lancers... yeah, interesting questions about the future of this world, because if the Lancers... The idea was the Lancers would move in Coneyberry and, like, settle the land around there. But if they do that, that leaves Leland without the fences now that the Orcs' tusks are, you know, wiped out. Maybe Lille can be a larger town than I had earlier indicated, and therefore the party might be able to encourage Lille to take Lilion under its wing. Yeah, okay. Okay, rebuilding. Would need to be rebuilt. Of rule by Lille rather than Ostenwald. Port town, usually unconcerned with inland matters, might be persuaded. Protect Lilion in the absence of the Lancers. It's possible. That could work. But obviously they'll have to want to do that. It's just I want there to be a possibility of them to care about Lilion once they've left. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I feel like there aren't enough Lancers is the problem. Yeah, okay. So there is one more encounter. And I will... Fine. I'll make the Lancers of Lilion battle map. We'll need a tavern battle map I can use for that. So we've got the foot of the Lancers base. Inside the base are 10 wounded Lancers out of the fight. This way there can actually be enough Lancers for them to be helpful, even if quite a lot of them die outside. Round the back, 4 orcs are trying to break in. No, forget. We have too many encounters. There's 10 wounded Lancers in the base, so that there are still actually some left at the end. Unless this fight goes badly, these orcs break in and massacre them, making the choice to save the people in the Silver Lion all the more pivotal. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Alright. I think that'll do it. I'm no expert by any means, but there you go. That's how I would build a battle for D&D. I think that'll be fun. I may do an after action report video on how the session went. I'm not going to do weekly how the session went videos, but I might do like tri-weekly ones or something. But yeah, I hope that's kind of interesting for you. And let me know. Let me know in the comments if you would have done something differently. I'm always into feedback. I've only had one DM a game I've been in, so always useful to hear other people's theories. I think this will work well. I think this battle should take the whole session. I think that's probably, we're only going to go for about 3 hours. I reckon that's a 3-hour adventure right there. I think this is going to be a fun one. I like that I have bits of the combat kind of planned out. Obviously, there's always room for improvisation. This should definitely take 3 hours because the party will do all kinds of weird stuff. Always takes longer than you think. That's damn true. My party took 4 sessions to clear the Red Brand hideout in Phandalin. Okay, cool. And now, just as a sneak peek at something that my party hasn't seen yet, let me show you this orc camp. Still in the works, but this is why the party needs, very much in the works, but this is why the party needs the Lancers of Lilion's help. There's a huge orc encampment guarded by extra trolls as well, and this is what they need to take out in order to secure Coneyberry. And the only way they're going to take this out is with some serious assistance. And there'll probably be ways to, trigger a rock fall that crushes some of them over here. You can use the magic of the orcs against them by driving the ogres berserk, and then they might kill some of the orcs for you. You could probably set this tree on fire and make these guys run away. All kinds of inventive ways. But they wanted to try the muscle way, and that's fine. They're going to try and recruit enough people at Lilion to get it done. All right, cool. I'm going to go and do a bunch of graphical work to get a bunch of new images and stuff for this lot. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.